Stephen,
Aye.
you're under arrest for murder. You do not have to say anything, but I must caution you that if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court, it may harm your defence. If you do say anything, it may be given in evidence.
Murder? Aye.
I genuinely do not know how long this stream is going to last for, and I've decided I'm going to play around with it and do something a little bit different. I wanted to do a live stream, and I've been wanting to do one for quite some time now.
I've been a lawyer for 27 years. I've never seen a case like this in terms of a domestic murder with such a level of premeditation, planning, thinking of every possible aspect, the wearing of a disguise, the forensic awareness, the framing of the ex-partner, the most insidious aspect, which was the ingratiating himself with the bereaved family and spying on them, recording their private conversation. Really shocking aspects to this case.
So, Stephen, this is the suspect, the same person who left Silverwood, we believe, and he has walked back through Lurgan, now past the police station. Is that you?
No comment.
If you note as well, there's a change in outfit, I suppose. And if you could see there the light grey tracksuit bottoms, did you notice those?
No comment.
So, DL18 then is a suspect in Market Street, Lurgan. He walks across Carnegie Street and approaches a parked taxi. Case exhibit DL18. Footage from Carnegie Street, Lurgan. Real time 22:45 hours. So 11:15 still. The person in the footage that we've been watching approaches the taxi.
Do you know that area of Lurgan, Stephen?
No comment.
Person in the middle of the screen. On the far side of the road. You shot any taxi drivers in Sunday the 18th?
No comment.
Did you get into the front seat, front passenger seat, by taxis in Sunday the 18th still?
No comment.
Is that you getting into that taxi still?
No comment.
So, From 4 o'clock on Sunday the 18th of December, Stephen. I see you're studying the video there, I'll give you a minute. Okay. So from 4 p.m. on the 18th of December, you were telling the world that you were going to be live streaming in 2 hours' time, from 6 o'clock till midnight. You had sent out a Twitter post and an Instagram post saying that you would be live streaming the Violent Night Christmas live gaming stream. Streamy goodness. You give the appearance of being at home, playing Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, on your device. Now your device has been examined. It was seized and it was examined. And there is nothing to suggest that you were on that device between 6 o'clock and midnight on the 18th of December. There's no activity on your device between 6 and 12.
You were using for that stream show no user initiated actions. There was nobody there. The first time there is somebody there is when your phone's checked. That's when you're back. That's when you get back, Steve.
So this was a very unusual case in a number of respects, but really at the heart of it was the brutal murder of a very young woman who was pregnant. And, you know, that is unusual in society. I know there's a lot of talk about domestic violence, but we're not so immune that a murder doesn't still shock and horrify everybody. So we're dealing with a domestic murder. Then you've got these really unusual features. So the level of planning, the premeditation here was off the scale. Absolutely calculated murder, planned at least for several days in advance, probably longer. You've then got the framing of an innocent person and saying that they committed the murder. And so it had these unusual features, and probably the one that's gathered most attention is the fact that McCullagh used a YouTube recording as his alibi in the case, a 6-hour video that he claimed he'd been making at the time that this murder was carried out. And he maintained that lie for several weeks through a lot of police interviews until finally police experts were able to discern that this was not a live video. He had pre-recorded it and played it out on that Sunday, the 18th of December. And once police had cracked that, even McCullagh had to accept then that it was not a live recording, although he still maintained that he had not committed the murder and that in fact it had been Natalie's ex-partner. So a very unusual case and unprecedented in those respects, but sadly a domestic murder. We do see too many of those in Northern Ireland. I have been a lawyer for 27 years. I've never seen a case like this in terms of a domestic murder with such a level of premeditation, planning, thinking of every possible aspect, the wearing of a disguise, the forensic awareness, the framing of the ex-partner, and the most insidious aspect, which was the ingratiating himself with the bereaved family and spying on them, you know, recording their private conversation. Really shocking aspects to this case.